Well, there are times that I do complain, and when I catch myself complaining, I tend to think about a particular individual that I've read about many times who has a lot of circumstances that he has gone through, and compared to my small misfortunes and circumstances, it seems very small indeed. Because this person, 5 different times, received in his life 39 lashes with a whip. 3 times he was beaten with iron rods, and once he was stoned, and 3 times he was shipwrecked. And once in his life, he was floating around out in the open sea all day and all night, and he traveled a lot, walked a lot of different places over many miles. Had fought different dangers and robbers and flooded rivers, and as well as he faced dangers from mobs in the cities where he traveled to, and in the stormy seas and the deserts, and even those men who claimed to be Christian brothers, they ended up not being brothers at all. And of course, he said that he suffered a lot from tiredness, weariness, pain, sleepless nights, and he didn't have a lot of food at times. He would go hungry and thirsty, and because he would go a few days without food, and many times he wouldn't have enough clothing to keep him warm on a cold night. And so, as you might guess, if you've read the Bible, we're talking about the Apostle Paul, who in 2 Corinthians 11 listed a very short description of a few things that he suffered and went through in his life as a follower of Jesus. And so the question is, was he boasting? Well, yeah, he was. He was boasting, but not in himself. His boast was that he learned to trust God through all this. He learned the secret of contentment. I mean, he could now really, after going through all this, he learned that he could rest in the fact that, hey, no matter what comes my way, God's got this. And one time he even said, listen, if I live, I will live unto the Lord. And if I die, I will die unto the Lord. Either way, God's got this. Because you see, Jesus was so much more superior to Paul than anything this world could throw at him. And we're all, as Christians throughout the Bible, we're warned to listen to God, to not harden our hearts, to have faith and to hear his voice, and don't let our hearts become set against him or wander off into worry and anxiety and doubt and unbelief like the people of Israel did in the book of Exodus. If you remember, God delivered them from 400 years of bondage, all of his people, and once they were free, they celebrated and praised God. And then 3 days later, they started complaining. And God was patient with them. They tried his patience for a long time. And God even said, I'm very angry at you guys because your hearts are always looking to someone else or something else instead of him. And so, because of that, many of those people who were delivered from Egypt never were allowed to enter the promised land. So maybe next time you and I are tempted to complain, it would be to our advantage to just stop, be thankful for what we do have, and just continue to enter into his rest, to trust and obey. Because believe me, guys, there's no other way. Something to think about. Until next time, may God richly bless you.